Back in 2020, you'll remember that Biden's whole pitch was that he would be a unifier, but that clearly hasn't happened since. In a new press conference, he was actually asked about it, and his answer was weird and also didn't really make sense at times. Watch this.
Candidacy in 2020, you referred to yourself as being a bridge candidate for a younger, fresher generation of Democratic leaders, and I wanted to know what changed.
What changed was the gravity of the situation I inherited in terms of the economy, our foreign policy, and domestic division. And I think, I won't put words in anybody's mouth, most presidential historians give me credit for having accomplished more than most any president since Johnson and maybe before that to get major pieces of legislation passed. And what I realized was my long time in the Senate had equipped me to have the wisdom to know how to deal with the Congress, to get things done. We got more major legislation passed that no one thought would happen. And I want to finish it, to get that finished. If tomorrow, if we had a circumstance where there was a lineup and I hadn't inherited what I did and we just moved things along, anyway, it's going to change.
So I swear to you, when I was looking for this video and I saw the video, I was going to include it in the show. I was not looking for a Biden gaffe. That was not on my mind. I've talked plenty about how old he is, but it's like every single press conference now. I'm looking for like content. I'm looking for something that he said, something about his policy. And, it is the gift that keeps on giving. I've talked about it so many times, but I cannot look at a single press conference or some interaction with a person or with the press where Biden isn't making a huge gaffe. I wanted to go into this for the actual content, but what he said, and basically half of it was gibberish in the end. The people on social media, by the way, and the media who are telling you that Biden has some off nights and some on nights, they're lying to you. He is off every single time. He doesn't have a single good day, like not one. You can look, Donald Trump makes mistakes. Other politicians, sure, they make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time when I'm talking. That's fine, but it's not every single time we talk that we just look. That's what he does every time. He trails off and then he says, look, or he says, hey, Jack, and tries to get back on track. It doesn't work. Nobody's buying it, as I'll continue to talk about in this episode. So they're lying. If you see someone saying that he's with it, they're just straight up lying to you. They see it too. It's not that they're deceived. They're just lying. This man is months away from death. In any case, now getting to the actual substance of the press conference and what happened, which is most of the substance of this was in the question actually and not in Biden's answer because like I said, it was total gibberish, especially at the end. The question is why Biden is not a unifier when that was his whole platform in 2020. That is everything he talked about because we were supposedly coming from this division from Donald Trump, which apparently was caused by him, even though, just 6 months before Joe Biden was elected, Democrats were burning down cities. Somehow Donald Trump was the disunifier, but whatever, okay. So let's say that's true. Joe Biden promises to be the great unifier that we need, and it doesn't happen. And the question is why? And the answer is he was never one. He never wanted to be one. He was all a lie. And one of the great ironies of all the talk of democracy is on the line. We have to save the country. Trump is a dictator. All of that is that if you look at the polling and you look at the numbers, about 42% of the people in America, they're not just going to vote for Trump. It's not that it's like, if you look at the polls right now, maybe 52, 53% of voters are going to vote for Trump, if the election were held today. But that's not what I'm talking about. There's about 10% out there that, it's a binary choice. You have to choose between Trump or Biden, sure. But if you look at the polling, the approval rating for Trump is so much higher than Biden. He's at literally about 42%. So you're looking at 42% of America where it's not just about, I have to vote for Trump. It's I actively support Trump. And so for all of this talk from Biden about how we have to stop Trump, just understand you have to stop 42%. And that's democracy, by the way, is a plurality of people voting for someone. So obviously sometimes you got to vote for someone. There's that 10% in there that, I'm not saying that they're all Trump, but 42% of people, yeah, they would like to support Trump. Essentially what it comes down to, though, is that those people, Biden, the Democrat elites, they absolutely hate you. They hate the people who vote for Trump. I mean, Hillary Clinton called you a deplorable. They called people, again, and they use the word MAGA. MAGA essentially just means that I don't want wars and I don't like high gas prices. It's that simple. Like, am I MAGA? I guess. Like, I like, you know, a good economy, and I don't like people killing each other, and I like people who put America first, since those are the people that were, you know, presumably electing into office. And so if that's what you call MAGA, that's fine. But just make no mistake, Biden was never a unifier. He always hated those people, and it started well before Biden. I mean, well before even Obama, but especially during Obama's presidency. When Joe Biden was the vice president, he saw how much Obama got away with being a disunifier, and so he continued that trend into his presidency, and he's going to continue it into 2024. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please go down below, comment, like, and subscribe, and watch another video.